Hello guys, Sean Fogarty here, so welcome back to another video. Today is ranking Premier League stadiums, and this is on the Sean Fogarty Head Flick Football channel, so if we could get as many subscribers on this as we can, like, our target is 500 by the end of this season, and so, because I thought I would do this when, I've always wanted to do this, but I thought I'd do it when there was not much Premier League football on, because you probably wouldn't watch it that much because there will be other games on. So yeah, so I thought I'd do it at this period. So on this tier list is goated, great, okay, knock it down, mate. So the first stadium that we've got on our list is Anfield. I think this stadium's a bit overrated. Not that I don't think it's good, but I haven't been to it. But from what I've seen is it isn't as good as what other like pundits or Liverpool fans make out. It's because it's very loud when You'll Never Walk Alone's played, but then there's not like that much atmosphere up until either Liverpool score or You'll Never Walk Alone at the end. So I'm gonna put this in the great tier. Second one is Brighton and Hove Albion, Amex Stadium. I haven't been to this one either, but it does look quite nice, and it isn't the biggest of ground, so that's the only criticism that I could put on it, so I'm going to put it in the okay category. I think the next one is on our list is Brentford Community Stadium. It's never going to be as good as their old Griffin Park. I haven't been to this yet because obviously COVID and Brentford haven't been in the Premier League for a while up until this season. So hopefully I can get tickets for the City Brentford game because we do play them in December. And it doesn't look that good considering that it won't ever look anywhere near as good as Griffin Park. But I think it isn't that bad for a new stadium. But I'm going to put it in, as well as Brighton, in the okay category. Could be better, could be worse. It could be bigger. It could look a bit like more about Brentfordy because it doesn't look that Brentfordy, and it could improve, but it's not as bad as some others that I've still got to come on this list. Is that Carrow Road? I think this is actually a decent stadium considering that Norwich ain't the greatest of like big sides, and it can have a big atmosphere on like a big game or a big occasion, like when they did beat us 3-2 a couple of years back in their first time in the Premier League and their last time in the Premier League. I'm going to put it with Brentford and Brighton and okay because it represents Norwich a bit more than Brentford Community Stadium does, but I think it hasn't got that great of a big capacity, but it is actually quite nice looking from this picture, and I put it in okay. What's this one on the list? Is this Elm Road? Because the picture ain't that clear on this. I'm gonna say it's Elm Road. I think this stadium actually is quite nice, and it is got a good atmosphere for like the big games and like any Leeds United game because they have got quite good fans, and they play quite attractive football leagues as well. So I'm gonna put this the first one in the solid tier. Solid. Next one, Emirates. it isn't going to be as good as their old ground hybrid, but it has got quite a nice stadium. Like, it has like got a couple statues of like Bergkamp and other Arsenal legends around it, like Tony Adams. And I'm going to put it in the solid tier. Because Arsenal haven't been the greatest of sides for the last couple of years, so it doesn't like get as many like spectators or like and it isn't the greatest atmosphere. So that takes it off from being great, because its actual design and actual graphic of the stadium is actually not the worst, and it actually looks quite nice. So that gets it a solid. Goodison Park. It has got a very good atmosphere from what I've seen of it, and they have got a new stadium, like the Branley-Moore Stadium, that's going to be in the 24-25 season. So that does actually look quite nice, because it does look like it's like next to the sea, like sort of a lake sort of sea thing, like next to it, like on the docks of the stadium. And I have seen clips and videos of it, which looks really nice. So Goodison Park is actually quite an old ground, and it has got quite a nice graphic around it, and it suits Everton quite well, the navy light blue in the seats. And I'm going to put this in solid as well. Leicester City King Power. I think this is actually really nice. It's got a great design like across the like roof of the stadium. Like represents Leicester quite well because of like the navy blue seats. And it has got a decent pitch as well, and Leicester fans have actually got a decent atmosphere, so I'm going to put this in the greats here. West Ham United. I went on a tour of the stadium once, but because of like concerts and stuff, you couldn't see the players' dressing room or the manager area, like a seating area. Due to there was concerts and you couldn't see the pitch at all. So, and from what I've heard of it, it's nowhere near as good as Upton Park. And I am going to see it like closer up on a match day experience when I do go and see Man City vs West Ham in the Cup. And for now, I'm going to put it in the worst category, knock it down. Sorry for if I've offended any West Ham fans watching this video. Molineux. It does like got the wolf sign in like the seats with area with, and it's got the great nice roof going over it, and it's got a nice like grass on it, and it has got a decent atmosphere from what I've seen. So I'm going to put this in the solid tier as well. Tottenham Hotspur's ground. I think it's got a great graphic to it, like around it, and it's got like probably like it just hosted Anthony Joshua Usyk, so and like there is like NFL games there, so that's probably like where like most people want like the big sporting events to take place, because it is quite a nice and new stadium. I'm gonna put this in the best tier. And this is probably the best Premier League stadium in the Premier League right now. Yes, like White Hart Lane had more history to it, but like the Tottenham Hotspur like new stadium is got like 2 pitches on it, because obviously the NFL and like sometimes there's boxing there as well. So and it hasn't got the greatest leg from what happened when I went to the tour, but that's the only thing I can criticise on it. And it's beautiful. Credit to Tottenham Hotspur out there. Old Trafford. From what I've heard, it hasn't got the greatest seat in like space in your seat. But to be fair, even though I am a City fan, it is actually quite a nice stadium like around it, and it has got the United in it, because of like the red in the seating area, and then like United like written like in between the seats. I don't think it's that good. I don't think it's that bad. So I'm gonna put it in the great category with Anfield and King Power. Selhurst Park. Got a great atmosphere to it. Got the red and blue because that touch is a nice touch, and it links well with Crystal Palace because of the colour of their kits. It isn't in the nicest of it, not like the nicest of areas, but like it is kind of in the middle of nowhere, and it has got the nice like picture an area. I actually think, even though it hasn't got the greatest capacity, I'm going to put this in the great tier, because it's got a great atmosphere and electric Crystal Palace fans around it. St James's Park, I think it's going to be even more buzzing now, obviously, that they've got the takeover happening. I think this is actually one of the best ones out there as well. I think it's got the great like rooftop on it, and it's got the great like the like white and like black around it, because obviously that's signs and symbols for Newcastle, and I think it has got like quite a good like place for like the pitch like towards the fans, because it has got not too that far away from the fans. I'm actually going to put this in the goated tier as well. Fair play to Newcastle. They might not be the biggest club at the moment, and they might not be in the biggest like area like with my Ashley, but times are going to change now that they've got these new Arab owners coming in, and I think that's actually a wonderful stadium, and I can't wait to go and see it once I do get the opportunity, hopefully soon. Oh, what's this? Wait, is that Bramwell Lane? Because I wouldn't be surprised if it is, because well, have we done Turf Moor yet? Because I know that's not Turf Moor. Hang on. Wait, the Brentford Community Stadium definitely looks like that. I know that. So, oh, it's St Mary's. I know that. It's St Mary's. Southampton's ground. I think it actually has got the distance from the pitch and the fans, so that like would create an atmosphere, and it's got the decent graphic around it, and it's like quite nice to like with the red and white, because that symbol Southampton like inside the ground and outside the ground. So it is a great stadium. I'm gonna put it in the solid category. Stamford Bridge, Chelsea. The atmosphere was actually dreadful when I went there, because I went there a couple of weeks ago when City won their 1-0 a couple of weeks ago. The away end's actually quite good there, because it's got the stage standing, and that the atmosphere was electric in the City end that day. It has got the nice graphic and new like graphic to it around it, and they are like linked with, and like probably gonna build a new like done up Stamford Bridge, and I don't think it's that great for atmosphere, because I expected better from the Chelsea fans, considering they are so-called champions of Europe, and I'm going to put them in the solid category. Etihad Stadium, the one we've been waiting for. Manchester City. Because they are getting the like shops and stuff like building around it with like Co-op Live, so that will be good, and there is being talk of extending the capacity to 61,000 from 55,000. I think that would make the atmosphere look better, because even if we do have a great atmosphere, we're never going to be like given credit for it by like other fans or like the media, because we're always going to it is always going to get called empty, Adam. We all are going to always get told that we don't have fans, but I think it's got the decent like graphic around it, but I don't think it has like the same like atmosphere or like electric atmosphere to our Road Ground main road, and I'm gonna put it in the great tier. Turf Moor. It does create quite a good atmosphere, to be fair, but I don't think it's quite hard to get tickets up, because it ain't the like biggest like capacity ground. It's a bit like Bournemouth, like that used to be in the Premier League, former Premier League side, and it is a decent stadium, and I would say if they did increase it a bit, they would get like more credit for it. So I'm gonna put it in the okay category. Watford, Vicarage Road. I went there when City won their 6-0. That was my first ever City game, because I think that was when I was like 7 or 8. And the atmosphere in the away end was absolutely electric. I weren't in the away end because I couldn't get away end tickets, but I was in like right next to the away end when I was in the Watford end. like the atmosphere was there. They're electric, and the ground I think doesn't get enough credit than what it deserves, because I think Watford are actually a nice family club, and they've got like a lot of like diehard fans, and they've got Brendan Foster, who's like doing YouTube because of playing for Watford now, and he wants to like share it around. I'm going to put it in solid tier. I know a lot of people might think that's a bit high, but that's my opinion from my experience at it. Villa Park. Villa Park actually does have a great atmosphere, and it has got that like claret and blue like with the seats and like the area, and like it like mixed with like Aston Villa and their kits. They've actually done really well over the past couple of years. They're getting closer and closer to getting to the ultimate Europa League squad spot, and trying to get to the top 6. And I think they might lose a couple of fans. Well, not lose a couple of fans, but be like fans that only supported them because of Jack Grealish, like when he was there. And I think it is a quality looking ground, and I'm going to put this in the great tier. So that's all from me today. So this is how our tier system finishes. We've got Tottenham and St James's Park in the top tier, goated tier. We've got Old Trafford, King Power, Anfield, Selhurst Park, Etihad and Villa Park in great tier. We've got Ellen Road, Emirates, Molineux, Goodison Park, St Mary's, Vicarage Road and Stamford Bridge in solid tier. We've got Brighton, Amex. We've got the Community Stadium of Brentford, Carrow Road, and what's that one there? Turf Moor in OK tier. And we've got West Ham in knockdown tier. Sorry for if I did like put you in a tier that was quite low, like OK or knock it down. That I do apologise for that. And it's not like me that I have like anything against these clubs. It's just like my specific of their ground. And thanks for watching this video. Like the video, share it around, subscribe to the channel, get the subscribers up. We're on 1 subscriber at the moment. Let's get the subscribers up on the second channel. Sean Fogarty Everything Football. Share it around with your friends, your social media platforms, and get the subs up. Turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any footage or any videos that I make. See you guys soon, and have a wonderful rest of your evening and day, wherever you are across the world. See you soon.